Not bad. How are you?
Good. Jodie's got a Leave the Light On gig next week.
Yeah.
Going through her set list. Jodie, you finished now? She's finished now, so you won't have any even screaming in the background.
Oh no! You can take the boy out of Coventry.
Exactly. But yeah, keeping going. I can't complain in the slightest. She's not killed me yet, which I think I'll take as a slight positive. You haven't killed me yet, have you? So we're doing all right.
So is this the longest you've ever spent together?
Yeah, basically. Because I've been on tour.
Yeah.
The longest we spend together at a time is normally like 2 days a week.
Yeah.
So Jodie's been home for 2 weeks, which has been amazing, but she likes to like order me about. So I've had to make sure that she says please to me. That's my new thing with Jodie. Because she's like, babe, put this over here. I'm like, please? I said, oh, please. So I'm training her, but she's basically training me. Because I've never lived... I lived like, when I was in Mamma Mia and stuff, I lived in a flat in London, but I've never owned my own place or had my own space. So it's nice to have somewhere to call home, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so this is your home. This is a house you bought together.
Yeah, so we bought this, we actually completed on my birthday, which was really cool. So we got the keys on my birthday. But it's been amazing. But it's really funny, we've just moved up to Leighton Buzzard, and there's so many stagey people in Buzzard. There's so many. So we've got everyone up here. So there's a WhatsApp group and everything. So it's good.
Oh, nice. Keep it real.
Keeping it really real at the moment. Lockdown real. Jodie, what are you doing? You coming or what?
Well, we can chat for a bit more. So have you managed not to kill each other then? Just about.
We've had to stop running together. We're not exercising together anymore.
Right.
I think it's probably for the best, just to give each other like a bit of like
space.
Chill.
Yeah. Because
it's been so crazy with like going from Jodie, turn your voice notes off. She doesn't listen. Jodie's got selective hearing. Jode. Yeah. You know this is for a video, right?
Hiya. How are you?
So, End Wilma booked me for a cameo, right? And the deal was, because Fernie's just done it, and the deal was that you have to fit as many riffs in.
Yes, I saw Alice do it.
Yeah.
Defying Gravity.
For backing track, I just go for gold.
Have you just done one?
2 keys too high.
Amazing.
It is working, it's just my laptop's being funny.
Love it.
No, it's good.
Can I get a drink? Let me get a drink.
Yeah, go for it.
This is the thing you will learn about Jodie Steele. She's like a puppy. So if you don't keep her entertained, you know, like, what is it? Is it Film Up? With the dog who's like, score! Jodie will literally be like, what's this? We'll do that. What's this? So she's all over the place. So I just have to be like, that's why I have to drink. I have to self-medicate just to keep myself calm compared to her.
So will you be... So Daniel Boyz did a Leave a Light On and he kicked his boyfriend out because he didn't want him there for the performance. Are you going to be sat in the audience?
I may even be singing. So
ooh.
Maybe. Possibly might be singing. But no, it's in the cupboard.
Okay.
Have you ever actually performed... You've never done a show together, but have you done a cabaret together?
Yeah, so that's how we met. Me and Jodie met at Paul Taylor... No, we're talking about shows. So we met at Paul Taylor Mills' first ever...
Marathon one.
Yeah, and I sang before Jodie. And I did the old unfollow on Twitter and then follow again, so she noticed that I followed that.
Love it.
Watching.
Oh my God, everybody's everywhere.
Jodie's making a mess.
Was that when you broke your collarbone? Or was that the year before?
Before that, so it was when it was when In the Heights was on.
Yeah.
So that was just...
Oh yeah, collarbone when I was in China doing Alfie.
Yeah, she was so yeah, it was the first musical marathon I sang just before Jodie. It was when all the songs had to have a theme of running.
Yeah, because she did Beyonce.
Jodie did Running and I did James Bay. So that was cool. And then I did the old slide into the DMs.
Nice. And she replied.
Exactly.
You were lucky.
The best thing was, the first time I ever met Jodie, I didn't actually say anything to her Jodie came to watch Altar Boys, and I was chatting to Jamie. Well done. I was chatting to Jamie Ray Hartshaw, and I saw this girl, and I was like, "Who is that?" And she walked up to me, and she was like, "Oh, well done in the show." And I didn't say anything. I just stared at her like, and didn't say anything, and walked off. And then she was like, "What is this guy doing?" And then after that, I literally just went to everyone. I was like, "You know that Jodie Steele? She's gonna fall in love with me. She's gonna fall in love with me. I'm telling you." And then she did.
I know she did.
Persistence prevails.
So was Altar Boys after Bear at Greenwich?
Was Altar Boys after Bear?
Yeah, it was, because I went to watch it with Annie and Paul, because obviously me and Annie have just done Bear for Paul.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I've got a little bag of chocolate eggs and
Love it.
I am obsessed with Advocaat. Is it Advocaat?
She drinks like a Christmas drink. But
Don't. I'm drinking I never used to home drink. I'd drink a lot like at press parties or whatever, but like now I'm just drinking a bottle a night.
We have my friends from home. All my Amjam friends from home. We do a quiz on a Saturday.
Nice.
You have to. There's like normally about 8 to 9 rounds, and you have to have a drink in each round. So it's tremendous.
Is Dan Krikler in that?
Yeah. So Dan Krikler. I'm trying to think about Andy Monaghan, who's in.
Nice.
My friend Sophie Ayers, who was in she was in Annie and stuff. She's just had a little baby. So it's kind of the one thing I will say about this lockdown is isolation is I'm talking to people a lot more.
Yeah.
And I'm so much more involved. So like Daniel Boyz, I watched Daniel's Leave the Light On.
Yeah.
And I was texting him before, and I talked to Daniel a fair bit, but I don't like FaceTime him and send him messages and stuff all the time. So I am quite grateful for it because it's making me reconnect with people that I haven't spent time with before, which I think is amazing.
It's because you've not had time, and they've not had time.
Not had time, and also it's kind of one of those things where you go, "Oh right, I'll text that person back later."
Yeah.
And then, but you now can, which is so good. It's so nice.
Exactly. So let's go right back.
Yes.
I want to ask you about High School Musical because that's when I first met you. You just finished it.
That was 2009. And oh my god, we were talking about it today. What were we talking about? Oh, for another quiz. Someone asked me when I started it.
Is that my question?
No.
Oh.
So this was like a GMTV search for.
Yeah, so my dad had bribed me with tickets to go and see Hairspray in town, and then the next day he was like, "Oh, by the way, you're going to audition on the stage here tomorrow for High School Musical," and I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm going to drama school. I'm going to be a proper actor." And then I just went to the audition, and it kind of snowballed from there, really. And
that's why he's not a proper actor.
Because he started in reality.
But yeah, but no, I still look back at it as like one of my favourite jobs I ever did, and I've still got friends from it now. Matt Kennedy, Alex Bird, Lauren Stroud, Paolo Teixeira, like the people that were in that show, Lauren Hall, Jack Wilcox. I'm trying to think of all the people who are in it. Like there's some Ian McIntosh was my understudy. That's my claim to fame.
Nice.
Olivier nominee understudied me. I'll take that. But and they were the loveliest people as well. So it was. I always look back on that show with such fond memories.
Yeah.
And I can't say thank you enough for the people that work behind the scenes on it as well. Like Stage Entertainment at the time, especially Mark Crossland, who was our MD, and Mark Hilton and Eamon Byrne, who was the company manager, resident, and MD. They kind of took me under their wing, and they kind of taught, because I didn't know anything about theatre. I didn't know anything about saying thank you to a dresser or even tipping a dresser. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know anything about if your voice gets tired, you shouldn't be in the pub the night before the show. Like, stuff like that. I didn't know anything. I was just...
Didn't know. Exactly.
Like, I was like an 18-year-old boy, and they taught me everything that I needed to know so quickly.
Yeah.
And I'll never not be grateful to them for that, because they were a dream to work with. The company was amazing. And then, luckily, the next job that I did was the Hairspray UK tour. And basically, our tour closed about 3 months early, and then they took quite a few of us, and then I got to play Link in the Hairspray tour.
Yeah.
So I was just, that company looked after me so well, and I'll always be grateful to them.
But then I remember seeing you in Mamma Mia and thinking, God, you're actually really good. I think it was like West End Eurovision, and as a dancer, your dancing was on there, given that you haven't had formal training.
Yeah, it's kind of, start dancing until I was like 16.
No.
So what I did was I threw myself into it, and I used to dance I was like in the advanced ballet class. So
Right.
It was terrible. But I just kind of forced myself to pick it up quickly. I was next to Andy Monaghan in the ballet class, who's now flipping Matthew Ball principal. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was one of them, but I think as long as I've said this to you, it's like dance-wise and in shows and stuff, as long as it's not like technical jazz or technical in terms of what you need in dance, I can get away with it. I like to describe myself as a good mover, but not a strong dancer, if that makes sense. A decent mover.
Yeah, and so Jodie, you went the opposite way. You started at GSA.
I did. I trained at GSA.
She's on the wall now, by the way. If you go to
Are you? The Wall of Fame.
Lovely Michael Ball, who I love very much. How funny. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, for those who know me now, I'm a bit like Jack the Lad. I don't know what a female would be in that term.
Tomboy.
Tomboy. You're basically a drug dealer. That's what you're doing.
I went to a bit of a rough school in Basingstoke, and I didn't really do a lot of musical theatre. And when I went to GSA, I think I was thrown in because I actually got in and then deferred my place to go to music college for a year, because originally I couldn't see myself doing theatre. I just wanted to do singer-songwriting. And that's something I'm really passionate about. I want to progress further in the older I get, but because my bones are now breaking. But yeah, when I went, I was just a little bit out of my depth, and I didn't have a huge background in musical theatre. I enjoyed it, and I'd say that's about as far as it went. But I took musical theatre at sixth form because that was kind of the only thing available for me to do. I also took music and another dance thing and Spanish, but it was the only thing I kind of wanted to do that I thought, well, that will give me a good insight into being a performer. I was a little bit lost, I think. And then it was my drama teachers that at sixth form that were like, you must go to drama school. So I auditioned and somehow got into these places. But then I wigged out. 2 weeks before I started GSA, I was like, no, I'm not coming. I went to ATM, but GSA deferred my place. And yeah, I just turned up and all these kids around me, well, not kids, young adults around me, knowing all this stuff, and I just didn't. And I was quite literally the underdog. It was awful. I remember getting taken into a meeting 2 months into first year, being like, you need to up your game, you're so behind everyone else. So I did, and I took every extra class I could, worked what would you say? What's a good simile? Worked like
Filio.
What? Simile, it is what it is.
I think it's you worked your behind off.
I worked my butt off.
Yeah.
I worked like a train. I think that's the same.
That's definitely not a train. Worked like a train. The funny thing is, I didn't go to drama school, and I'm so much more stagey, as in knowledge, than you about musical theatre as well. It's weird. I think because I didn't go, I think I did the opposite.
Yeah.
So I tried to learn as much as I could without knowing about it. Whereas Jodie was there and had to learn it because it was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he always knows what line is from a musical, and I think my passion is actually so buried in being on the stage and telling the story.
Yeah.
That until I'm in that, then I'll do all my background research, because I so badly want to become that character.
Yeah.
And so I become a little bit almost too obsessed in a rehearsal period.
But you're obsessed with anything that you do, so
Yeah, I'm a bit OCD. But in a rehearsal period, that's it. I live, breathe, want to become that character, and then I will learn everything about them. But the want to know all the staginess and all the musicals, it is there. But for me, I'm definitely driven by telling the story and being on stage, rather than sitting at my laptop and seeing what's on Broadway at the moment.
It's funny because we're basically the opposite sides of a coin when it comes to mentalities and musical things. I think that's why we get on so well. Do you know what I mean? Because we do, but because basically with Jodie gets obsessive with stuff, so she'll go over it and over it and over it and over it again. And I'm kind of one of those persons who kind of
Quite chilled.
I'm basically so laid back as I'm horizontal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm
But not about everything.
not about everything, but as in I'm happy to get something. Once I've got something, I have the confidence in it, knowing that I know it. Whereas Jodie will keep going and going and going and going and going. It's just a different mindset in things, isn't it?
And how do you, as a couple, balance professional rivalry or jealousy? Not that you're in obviously the same casting bracket, but does that ever creep into it?
I don't think it creeps in. I think it can be difficult at times.
Yeah.
Speaking from my experience at the moment, because obviously I had my operation on my voice in September, I'm still kind of coming back, and it almost feels, I've said it to you a few times, I feel like I'm having to like re-establish myself as a performer,
right.
and kind of prove myself a little bit. And I understand it; it makes sense. It's like if you've had an operation on your voice, the stigma attached to it is that you're going to be worse than you were before.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm kind of having to go into auditions and kind of. It's nice because I'm starting to see myself getting seen for a lot more stuff, and people, casting directors going, "Oh, okay, Liam's fine." But it kind of took that first audition for me to go in and have a good audition for them to go, "Oh, okay, oh, he's fine." So sometimes Jodie will get seen for some stuff at the moment because she's doing really well, and I'm so proud of her, and she's smashing it. And so there'll be certain shows that will come up, and I'll go, "I'd like to get seen for that," and Jodie will get an audition. And I'll kind of have to push my agent a little bit more to get seen for it.
Which is a shame. But
it's just the way it is at the moment. There's so many good people out of work.
Yeah.
And there's only so many audition slots, so you can't take it personally. I just have to keep working and working and working to hopefully get back in the room for the stuff that I want to see.
That's the thing, I think, with this industry. I remember when I went off to do Wicked, and I was so young considering the part and everything. Obviously started as standby, and when I came back, I remember thinking, why doesn't everyone want to see me? And because I'd just played Alphabet at such a young age, but I had been missing.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
So you have to kind of get back on it and do the rounds, and so. Yeah, that's why.
And you just want to do that, and you end up, when you get back, you kind of end up putting a bit more pressure on yourself as well. Especially personally, I think you said the same. But I was like,
well, you do, because I saw you just after you'd had your first gig back at Lambert Jackson.
Kind of now I've come to terms with that gig, and I've kind of stopped beating myself up about it. I don't think I did a bad gig.
It was you put a lot of pressure on yourself though. You were doing big songs, and
it was never going to be perfect. And when you're used to being able to do things and you're singing songs that you know you can do, you kind of put extra pressure on yourself, and you want it to be perfect. When realistically, life isn't perfect.
Yeah.
And you have to take that pressure away from yourself. And realistically, 2 months after.
Oh, that's it. It's up. It's on Twitter.
Love it.
You have to take the pressure off yourself and go 2 months, 3 months. Was it 2 months? When was it? Was it January?
When?
Your gig? Yeah, it was New Favourites. So yeah, it's January.
Yeah, so
January
so literally 3.5 months after I had operation.
Yeah.
I sang it. I did an hour set. So I did it, and it's now put me in good stead moving forward. And I'm starting to really enjoy singing again, which is really nice.
We just sung through.
Don't say which. Can you say which? No. Keep it a surprise.
When we sing it, people will be like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
Fine.
So yeah.
Yeah, because as well as Wicked, you've both independently done Legally Blonde, but not together.
I actually did the first workshop for Heather's as well.
Yes, yeah, of course.
I obviously did the full show, and I did.
Wasn't there another one as well? Heather's Legally Blonde.
Wicked. I've done Ghost, and she really wants to do it.
Yeah, you make it lovely, Molly.
Oh, it's my dream.
That's the one. We keep trying to bring up Will Burton, but it was in China the last time we did it, and I don't think we'll be going there anytime soon. So,
are there any shows that Jodie's done that you would have liked to have done? Jesus Christ?
Oh yeah.
Rock of Ages?
I would love to have done Rock of Ages. I actually had an audition for the tour that Jodie was up for, but it was when I was like, oh, I think something a bit weird's going on, and then obviously it was. But I'd love to have a go at Rock of Ages. I'd love to have a go at Jesus Christ Superstar. What else?
6.
I actually think I'd make a great Catherine Howard. So
Definitely.
And Rent is the show for me that I was played on repeat and repeat.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's my favourite.
It's literally probably my. I could sing it word for word. We used to me and Dan Krikler. Oh, you'll hate this story. When we were kids at his house, when we were about 16. We used to put on the Rent CD, and we used to pick characters out of a hat, and then you'd perform that character.
Did you ever get Maureen?
No, you only pick the boys and the
Oh,
girls.
well,
We didn't.
I know gender bending.
I'm looking at things.
That's true.
But Rent was the first time I met you, Jodie. The Chiswick. Well, no, it's now called the Chiswick Playhouse. It was the Tabard Theatre.
Don't tell anyone how long ago that was.
I won't, but like I remember your abs. I was just like, who is that with the abs? Swinging off.
Little famous abs.
Yeah.
I doubt I'll have any abs after this. Actually, that's a lie. We're so good. We go for a run every day. Today, I've been doing yoga every morning. This one gets out a yoga mat. I'm like, I'm sorry, starts doing yoga.
It's got to the point where like isolation is like turning me into like a fitness person.
Have you been watching any of the online videos people have been posting?
I did Drew McOnie's yesterday, and oh my god, how much did I love it?
And
Insane.
also Bobby Windebank, who does his workout at the bakery. He calls it the bakery, and literally that is probably one of the toughest workouts you'll ever do.
Love it.
I'm doing the Michael Colbourne one.
Yeah. He's great.
How you doing tomorrow?
No, Saturday. I'm doing it on Saturday. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that actually.
Yeah, you are.
No, I think it's been announced. It was announced earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay, yeah, so me and Luke.
It's mad how you get announced in isolation that you're doing a workout. Like,
It is weird though, isn't it?
Carl might tweet tomorrow like, "Hi guys, just so you know, I'm doing yoga in my living room."
I know, I tell everyone, I'm really like one of those annoying people that film my yoga thing and fast forward and then just put it on Instagram just to prove that I've done it. Terrible. We all get through somehow, and I think it's just helping sharing what you're doing, isn't it? Because also, I think you inspire others to like do something similar. Do you know what I mean? I speak to my friends and they're like, oh, I've done this today. I'm like, oh, that's really good. I'm going to have a pop at that. So you just don't know, like, what it will kind of inspire.
So we've got to talk about Six. Are you missing the girls? Are you missing the show?
She's still singing it in the house.
Is she?
It's just,
It's ingrained in you.
Yeah.
It's sad. I think any person in a show at the moment will feel exactly the same. So even for me, like, it's weird not seeing any shows on.
Yeah.
Do you know? I thought it's such an unprecedented time, and especially for you, like.
Yeah, I'm finding it really hard. Like, I'm talking to the girls every day, but it's just because obviously our contract finishes in July.
Right.
So that there's a high chance that we won't do that.
Well, this is it. Would you, having done it now, would you do it again, or do you think?
Absolutely, I hope I haven't come to the end of my journey with it. Because I haven't finished that chapter for me, and so if it was, taken away from me.
Well, you didn't even know it was going to be a last show, did you?
No, so basically, I actually, we don't know if I've had corona, because who knows. But I had a cough, a fever, like all of that, and the sweats and the headaches, and it was just on the brink. It was a week and a half before we were officially put on lockdown as a country, and I had to ring my company manager, and I was on my scheduled show off, so I had the day off. But I was
because you were home.
Yeah, and I was meant to be going back to Wolverhampton for the Friday, Saturday show, and I had to ring my company manager and just explain to her, totally up to you, but this is what I've got. And so she spoke to the office and they said, due to government regulations, which is what they put in place by then, symptoms, you have to self-isolate for 2 weeks. So I was told, self-isolate for 2 weeks. No, for a week, it was 1 week.
For a week and then they closed it?
1 week. It was 1 week just at that point. So I was allowed back to work because my symptoms had started on the Wednesday. I was allowed back to work on the No, that's wrong. I was allowed back to work on the Wednesday.
And they closed on the Tuesday.
And they closed on the Tuesday.
Wow.
So I thought that, I couldn't wait to go back to work. And as things started to unfold, I thought, well, maybe I'll get back just for a week, just for Brighton, and then get to say goodbye with the girls. But we didn't even get that far. No. But the thing is, listen, like, no, I can't be like boo-hoo me.
No.
Everybody is going through it. I've tried to not, dote on that every day because so many people are going through a lot worse and people are dying. So the best thing we can all do is stay inside, and so I can't really be.
Yeah.
It's so difficult as well because you're sat inside all day, so you have no chance but to think about it.
Yeah.
As well, and with everyone, like, so I'm really lucky with what I do. Is when I'm doing I like to call it a muggle job.
Yeah.
So
Muggle job, people are getting told off for that. Take it back.
I call it a muggle job, but basically.
No, just
I'm calling it a muggle job. I work for a company called Alpha. Which do, So there's like me and Bronte and Adrian Hansel, Chris Jenkins. There's loads of us. Andy Brady, Johnny Purchase, Matt Holland. All of us work for them at the moment, and obviously. I just got we got sent home from work, and it's really weird not even going into work. Like, so I can't imagine what it's like not doing a show at all. Do you know what I mean? It must be. And it's the same for like restaurants and pubs. And I tell you what, I cannot wait for that day that first pub opens. Oh my god!
Do you know what I can't wait for? Just to go for a coffee.
Go for dinner
with my friend. Go to the gym. Oh my gosh! And I miss swimming. I go swimming like maybe 3 times a week, and that's.
We can't even. I tried to buy some weights off Amazon just because all my stuff, because we've moved here, all my stuff is kind of like all my like heavy stuff is in storage at my mum and dad's in Coventry. So I can't go home to my mum and dad's because my dad's technically at risk, so I'm not going to go home.
Yeah, I can't.
And it's like £250 for dumbbells on Amazon.
Wow.
Like, so we're absolutely battering out the body weight exercises and the runs, but
we're just getting very.
Shout out if anybody's got any spare weights kicking around, send them down to us and let it buzz it.
Hey, we will.
We'll take them off your hands.
Can't you just use sandbags? That's what Steph Parry's doing. She's got.
Yeah. I don't think we've got that.
A big candle. Maybe the big candle.
We could do some squats with a candle.
What else could we use? We don't really have anything else. Oh, but at least we're in a nice flat, and we're so grateful. Like, it's such a little cutie. You know, it's so easy.
It gets small when we're close to each other for 24 hours a day, though.
He tends to sit in the bedroom, and I'll teach all day, like online in here. So we'll see each other at the end of the day.
Oh, amazing! So you've been teaching.
I have, because obviously I set up JSA.
Yeah.
We were right on that. Been doing loads of, like so much.
The online workshops is amazing because obviously the kids are off school so much. It gives them an opportunity to get taught by amazing people, but also gives them something to do. Rather than, I wasn't talking about you, but so it's like
it's a lot of fun.
Like, I saw Paul Taylor Mills put that thing on Facebook about the timetable of all the dances.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, that is so good, especially for kids who want to, like, not even kids, us. Like, Jodie's doing class.
I'm going to look out for way more. But I'm doing one-to-ones as well. So actually, with the students, so, like, it's meant to be half an hour, but I always run until 50 minutes because, passionate about teaching. But, loads of kids. One-to-ones, doing acting through songs, singing technique.
Monologues.
I did dance with one-to-one, monologues. Oh my god, the whole lot. I've got folders and everything already set up and writing, progress reports and them all.
And has that been stressful? Like with.
Has it been stressful?
No.
Oh my god, Jodie has a meltdown on a daily basis.
I'm so inundated with emails and oh my god, and because on top of this, I've just started as a carer for people with learning disabilities. And I'd actually like to keep this as a thing, as something in my life that I can go back and do when I'm not in a performing contract, because it's just helping people, isn't it? And I think this pandemic has just shown me that people like the NHS, our police force, our firemen, carers, how pivotal they are, whether we have them and how vital they are to us living. And I just thought, well, what can I do right now that won't require like years of training and months of training like the police force, and it was like caring, and I was like, okay, and then I thought, well, I've got quite a lot of experience with people with autism, so I applied to so many, and then they came back to me, and I have to go through 2 weeks worth of training with them, but like on site, so that too on top of the teaching, so very busy, but I just want to help.
You also just get massively stressed using a computer. Like, not even joking. What did we have a meltdown?
He's my technical whiz.
I'll be sat in the bedroom and all I'll hear is
Liam!
Jodie has this thing where she will just shout your name again and again until
he comes.
It's like calling a dog. Liam!
Liam! It's like that thing with Family Guy. Mummy, mother. What? Hi.
So let's talk about pets. Are you planning to get any?
I want a dog.
Oh, was that a bad thing? Should I not have suggested it?
A little ginger cavapoo. Because Zoe Birkett's dog, the whole family actually, I love them as though they were part of our family. We do, don't we? Like, we adore them. And on Rock of Ages, I mean, I've known Zoe for years. I worked with her in my first year graduating, and then we did Myth together, and we did Rock of Ages. Honey, her dog. So Honey came on to all the venues with us in Rock of Ages. Not all of them, but most of them that she could. I love that dog. I express you how much I love that dog. I miss her daily, and I just want that in Ginger. So I can call it Ginge.
Cute.
No.
And you looked after the dog in Legally Blonde, didn't you?
I shared a dressing room with the dog, Bruiser.
Oh, yeah, Bruiser loved
Bruiser loved me, apart from the fact when she used to bite me. But the thing is, I had a dog at home for like years, 10 years, Ozzy the dog, and we just at the moment we just don't have time. And I don't think it's fair to have a dog.
I mean, we do right now.
We do now. Have you seen the amount of people that have got dogs?
What's going on?
Well, people have been offering to like foster them during this time. I think that's a nice kind of.
Oh, that's cute. I get that.
Yeah.
I'd love a dog, but I just at the moment no. Maybe in a few years, when we're more comfortable and blah blah blah. But at the moment, just kind of, Jodie's so busy and so am I, and it's not fair. I don't think personally.
I mean, yeah.
I think we definitely will one day, but. I've got to learn to look after myself before I can look after a dog.
Oh, that's a damn true statement, yes. He's a very good cook, though.
I'm a good cook.
I was really gutted because tonight we had, I saw it on someone's Insta. Whose Insta did I steal it from?
I don't know.
You know, like fajita wraps, but in lettuce leaves.
Yes.
I'm sure it was Paul's. It might have been Paul's.
I made it, and then she moaned about how I made it.
He didn't put rice in it, and so... I wanted to take photos of it and put it on Instagram, and I didn't. And basically, we just made these really cute, like, big lettuce leaves filled with peppers and chicken and cheese and spinach and... So we're eating very healthily, but it's always him.
Yeah, it's mad, though, how little money we're spending.
Yeah.
Like, it shows how much excessive money I spend in a daily basis.
It's travel, it's eating out, like grabbing a sandwich from Pret, or...
Coffee, like, you think...
Yeah.
You have 10, I don't know, not 10 coffees a week, but say you have a coffee a day, that's like 15 quid.
Yeah.
And, like, minimum, it's mad, like, how much money we're actually not spending, which is great that the government is helping people out, because it means that people will actually be able to afford to live, rather than if we were still going around, then you'd be screwed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm going to give a shout out to the corn dogs and ask you about Heathers.
Much, don't we? You haven't even gotten to ask us any questions.
No, I love it, but I just feel like if I don't ask you about Heathers, people will come for me. So Heathers is coming.
You mean the corn nuts?
The corn nuts? Did I just call them corn dogs? Oh my god, they're going to come for me now.
Phil's going to get hate mail.
That's bad, isn't it? Well, okay. So you said about 6. You'd love to obviously do that again. What about Heathers? Have you left the door open? Would you want to go back, or?
I think the door is ajar.
Yeah.
Obviously the tour was coming, but it was coming whilst I was still.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It just throws everything out of whack.
Yeah, I just don't know.
And then how, back then, when it was announced, how did you feel about handing it over to someone else? Were you a bit like...
She was fuming.
Yeah.
She was fuming.
I really wanted it to be played by a boy.
Right.
Like a real kind of queen.
Yeah.
Given it.
They did that in the TV remake, didn't they?
Yeah, in a tartan. No.
They did the TV. No, there was a boy in it. There was a boy. One of the boys was.
But can you imagine, like, in a nice red blazer with a tartan trouser? Just everything. But I don't know. I mean, I put it forward, so.
Nice.
But I think Heathers will always. I think whenever you originate, listen, Aimie Atkinson is one of my best friends. I'd do anything for her, and a lot of people will say to me, like, how do you feel always getting compared to Aimie or getting tagged in pictures of Aimie as Howard? I'm like, of course, because she originated that part, and so she is Catherine Howard. In my eyes, I'm following in her footsteps.
Yeah.
Me, Heather Chandler is that, and it holds such a big place in my heart. And it still is and probably will be the most magical contract. You know, what the hell was that? It just blew up. Like, I mean, same as Six.
Yeah.
But, you know, like Aimie had, and all the rest of the OGs in Six had that. We had that with Heather's, and I don't know, Heather Chandler was just, she's nothing like me, but oh God, did I love playing that bitch. And, you know, I think she'll always be a part of me. So I'd love to, you know, go and visit the cast whilst they're in rehearsals. And we love Andy Fickman as well.
Yeah.
I think I personally think there'll be a few familiar faces in it. That's not me talking from knowledge.
But we don't know that.
No, but I just think I know.
Fake news.
No, it's not fake news. No, I'm saying I know Andy Fickman, I know Paul Taylor Mills, and I know Gary Lloyd.
Yeah.
And they love working with really nice people.
They're like
so
a family.
I have no doubt that cast will be amazing. That's the thing, and especially with Ken Wrights as well. Like Ken Wrights have taken up massive ownership of that show, and they really care about it. And it's great to see it being cared about and being looked after in the right way.
Yeah, Ken Wright's are very loyal as well. I've worked for them so many times and I love them.
Bill Ken Wright told me I'd done the worst audition he's ever seen and gave me a job.
And still gave me the job.
I auditioned for a show called Rock and Roll Heaven, which was like years ago. It was like an actor muso show, but bear in mind I can barely play the guitar. I had to relearn
I
to
keep
play the
telling
guitar.
you to pick up a guitar whilst we're in isolation.
And I had to play this Ricky Nelson song. Bear in mind I didn't know who Ricky Nelson was at all. I literally walked into the audition and the bloke went, "Geez, you look like Ricky Nelson." So then
The bloke went.
No, Keith Strachan, who was the MD.
Okay, right.
And he literally, and then he went, "Oh, right, come on, you're going to play this for Bill." And I was like, "What?" Went into his office upstairs and I played this song and he was like, "You can't expect me to give you the job after that audition." I went, "Mate, I didn't know the song until 2 minutes ago." And then he went, "Right, you've got the job."
Hilarious. But speaking about being an OG, weren't you the original Wicked touring cast? There you go. You've got that accolade.
I am. I tell you what, I love that. Like, my two witches, actually 3 witches, I'll still say 3, because I had Emily Tierney, Nikki Davis-Jones, and Jemma Alexander.
Yeah.
And
In fact, we love all those 3 humans.
Those 3 people, those 3 are insane. And then I got to play Molly opposite Emily as well.
No, you got to play.
You were Sam. Sam Wheat.
Molly, girl! And I got to work with Emily again on Going to the Neck Rock, but like, those girls were phenomenal. That whole cast was great. And I loved that job, and it was my dream job. Like, I still would go back. If they rang me up tomorrow and went, "Would you come and play Fiero for like 2 weeks?" I'd be like, "Yes, I'll do it for free." Like,
Get those joppers back on.
We're waiting for Fiero and Alphabet contract.
I loved it. It's a dream. It's still my favourite show. I could probably watch it over and over again.
Well, which would you do, Wicked or Ghost? Together.
Oh, together.
Together.
I wish we could do the version. So I was really lucky that I got to do not the proper version, but the original West End version. Sorry, insult to anybody that was in the Ken Wrights tour. It's just I think of that as the original version.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a dream. It is the best. Personally, and from an actor, it's the best I feel I've ever been on stage. Is how I would describe it. As in, the part resonated within me, and I adored it. And I loved doing it. And it was a shame that we were performing it to half the audience who didn't understand it, but understood the subtitles above it. But it was a dream, and the company and the cast, everyone was fantastic. You saw it, didn't you?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to be in it.
It was great.
Up on stage and be in it with him, but he was very good at Sam.
I tried.
Very, very good at Sam.
Yeah, bless. Right, I should let you both get on because you've got to go and learn your lines.
Like us chatting to you,
He wants to get rid of us now.
talking at you. No, we do. I need to go and sing a little bit more. I'm just basically because I don't actually have a day off, free without back-to-back like teaching things until next Thursday when it actually happens. That's how much I've taken on because I'm a stupid idiot. But.
And I've got Disney Plus to watch, so I'm going to be really busy.
Don't. Have you been watching Tiger King?
Oh.
What
What
is that about? What?
the hell? Like,
Carol Baskin.
Isn't she just legend?
He's not squeaky clean at
Have you seen Chris Clegg's video that he posted on his Twitter?
Pardon?
Have you seen Chris Clegg's video that he posted on Twitter?
Oh, I saw that yesterday.
Genius.
How many people are going to go out as Halloween as him, as Jones?
Everybody.
I tell you what we do need to bring back. We need to bring back the dead famous parties.
But listen,
Yeah.
I was listening to Radio 1 like 2 days ago, and they set someone to go and find out where are they now, like, you know, on that.
Really?
So Exotic has actually had 5 husbands.
No.
5.
And I can't even get one.
Yeah,
The
5 husbands.
one with the dodgy teeth has had his teeth done.
Yeah.
Now he's happily married. Joe Exotic's still in prison.
I think.
Do you know the one I
Baby,
wanted?
you've just given the whole story.
No, it's fine.
Just tell everyone the warning if they haven't watched it.
Spoiler.
Who's the guy? I really wanted to find out who happened to that man who has like 5 wives, 6. You know, the one who keeps.
No, he still owns it.
Well, he needs to go.
The doctor.
Yeah, the doc.
And the women is disgusting, and I just cannot believe that is even a normal. It's like seen as a normality. Like what?
But
Like, no.
what an amazing thing to happen in isolation.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
And Disney Plus.
Don't watch it all if you don't fancy it, but please watch the first episode of Pandemic. Your mind will be blown.
Okay, it's come up, but I thought that was a joke when it came up in the suggestion. I was like, are you being funny?
A good few years ago, please
Right.
episode and then text me afterwards to tell me what you think.
They had Contagion on ITV2 the other day.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? I was just like,
Such bad taste.
Mental.
But yeah, so we're watching all the Marvel films from the beginning.
yes, I need to do that. I need to get on that.
So we're on Captain America now.
Yeah, we actually started.
We've done it.
I'm in the first one. Do you know this?
What?
The first Captain America, that's my body. I was his body. When they stitched his head on a skinny body, that is my body. And it's one shot, you can see my face.
Oh my god, amazing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, honestly, there's one shot which they left in and you can see my face.
Right.
Go back and watch it again, see if you can spot me.
Hey, did you shoot all those scenes?
Yeah, all the bits where we're like they're running around and it was just me in a field. Running down a forest.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Back in the days when I was a film star.
Amazing.
Now I just chat to Wendy's online.
He's been in Captain America. He's in the Les Mis film. Got more TV credits than us.
Exactly.
This film.
Yeah, I did a Les Mis movie. I found a picture of that the other day. Like me stood with a sword going, I don't know what I'm doing with this.
Blown away.
It was the last shot, you know the barricade where they all come back as ghosts?
Yeah.
And I'm there right behind Amanda Seyfried.
Love it.
Love it. Well, get you, babe.
Right, we're going to find you on Captain America.
Yeah,
Right.
go watch it.
I can't believe that. Get you, you little film
Love
star.
that.
We love you so much. Thank you for chatting
Love you
with us.
too.
Bye, mate.
Bye.